guys. Yep, we are back. Kind of show you how much when I moved out. Just in those couple hours yesterday, and Lord knows we got a lot more to move. But we're making progress. That's nice. Keep electrocuting myself. There we go. I'm gonna leave this. Breathtakingly exciting, isn't it? But like I've mentioned before, I mean, a lot of what I do is just this. So it's not, you know, probably more times than not, it's not all exciting new jobs, something different kind of deal. It's just, this is kind of, the stuff like this is kind of what I'm known for, and kind of what I tend to be suited for the best with the machines I have, and I mean I seem to stay busy, you know. The further that way I go, the softer the material is going to get. So this year hasn't been too bad at all to get out of here. But again, the further I go that way, the worse it's going to get. This here I can push, you know, with the D6, okay. But we start getting into that real slimy stuff like we're going through out there where that wet spot is, then it's who knows, man, that may take a big old, I mean, he thought the pond used to be relatively deep. And again, that just almost makes me believe the wider and taller this dam is, that they might have, at some point in time when this pond was built, they may have used this as a borrow pit. I just can't imagine there being all of that dirt stacked in here. But, you know, it's hard to say. It's always nice, you know, to be able to come into a pond and just take the D6 and, you know, take it and push all this muck out and be done, but it doesn't always work that way. anymore. Alright guys, well I have notched this out. Probably not going to be near enough. I should have, again, wasn't thinking, and I should have started further back. My goal is to get this water, moved over. And this kind of this little retaining pond right here, so I can continue on my cleaning. So this is getting really deep over here. That bucket's 4 foot, so it's every bit of a foot above that bucket. So it looks like it's going to start getting deeper over here. So this could get interesting. But anyway, I'm just going to cut this, let this trickle off in here. And getting closer to that line, and that makes me nervous. Whoa. A little crooked. But I don't want that to go kind of gushing in there. I'd like for it to go in there kind of easy. This material here is pretty well dry, so I may try to leave this to work on some of this dam and stuff like that, kind of help make repairs on it. This is going to eventually cave that in, but let's see, you can kind of see here. So I cleaned them out deeper, but probably not this big. And this isn't gonna hold all of that, but I'm hoping that it'll hold. If I again wasn't thinking, I should have stopped back there and moved this and cleaned this out and dammed so I could get all of this over there, but HUA. That mud's sticking really bad in that bucket. That's not good. So I hate to keep banging it. That's hard on pins and cylinders and everything else. I can get the majority of this. Over here. I'll wait and see how I'm doing. I may take and move over and build a dam right there. If I can get like this section in here, then I can leave a dam, clean this out, take and move the other water over here and just make these little pools. And then when time comes, come in, dig the dams out. Shouldn't be all that deep. I wouldn't think. Over there, I don't know. Over there it might, because he dug that out. What did he say? I don't believe it was last year. It was the year before, I think he said. Alrighty, guys. Well, making progress. Sorry, I've not been recording much, but I'll just kind of fill you in so far. I've worked my way on around. I had to be careful because of those power lines in it. This thing scared the crap out of me. But basically what I've done is kind of compartmentalize this water. Dug a pit there, dug it out, let water drain into it, left it dammed. Done the same thing here, trying to get all this water out. here, letting it run off in there. What I think of what I'm going to do is now is fire the D6 up. This is going to be, because this area here was already cleaned out, so this shouldn't be all that deep here. So shouldn't is the key word. So I anticipate that, because right over in there we were pushing 6 foot. So I anticipate could be really deep out here in the middle. So I don't know. We'll try to get what we can get before the rain hits us, but and then it may delay this, or it may put it off till, you know, till another year or two from now. I don't know. But again, I am going to fire the D6 up, get over here and start pushing this up, try to get it kind of up over in this area here, because this area is still open. It's a shallow, you see it's a sloped shallow, so I should be able to get that up there. But again, should is the key word. Alright guys, as you could probably see, it's just too hard of pushing. I can't get it up over the dam. Dam's too steep, and that mud's really it's really heavy. It's sticky, and it just will not, I can't get it up over the dam. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to end up by pushing and get it up to the dam, and then I'm gonna have to get the excavator, throw it over the dam, get back, push some more, throw it over the dam. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Either that, or it'd be best if I could find somebody to come run the excavator for me, and I may have somebody, so that may be the route that I go. So anyway, I'm gonna switch back to the excavator and get some of this over the dam. It's quicker that way by far. And so anyway, all right guys, you've seen kind of how that all played out. That mud is too sticky and too tight. And it's just, I'm not going to be able to get it over the dam with a dozer, so we're basically going to be back to the excavator. So I'm going to have to there's no boy I know that I may have come and help. And if nothing else I can push to him if he's in the excavator, and we can get this, both of us. Come slide down the dang hill. It's just so heavy and so sticky that that stuff is, man. I mean, it is just tremendously tight. I don't know. checking back in with you here. I'm sorry I haven't been filming a whole lot, but I've just been trying to hop along here. Again, the weather's supposed to take a turn, and it is supposed to rain, so I've been concentrating on getting this mud out of here. And it's too heavy and too slick. Of course, up in here it's really soft, but even down there, the D6 is struggling, man. This mud is just so sticky. It is so wet, and it is so compacted that, I mean, I can just do a little bit at a time with the D6, and I can move twice as much with the excavator as I can the D6 right now. So that's crazy. This is quite the so far it's been quite the launch. And I ain't even close to halfway, probably ain't even a quarter of the way. And I've already pulled out a massive amount of mud. But I tried to push on this with the 6 a while ago, and it's too soft. It kept wanting to sink. So I could just do a little bit at a time, and I said, screw it. This is much faster. I've only been maybe 10 minutes trying to move this pile, and I spent probably 20 minutes trying to get just a little bit a while ago. So you don't really think. It always kind of bothered me, you know, the excavators, you know, when you could be pushing it, you know, with the dozer and stuff like that. But, and I mean, there's occasions that excavator will move more dirt. And this happens to be the one. I mean, mud. But, so, much as I hate to say it, to get a sizable rain, so I've just been head down and just been trucking along, and I have not been filming much, and I apologize for that. But I've got to get as much done. Come back tomorrow, so it'll be Saturday, and that's all dependent upon the weather, of course. So I mean, it might be postponed. I'm standing down in front of the mud, taking a picture over the mud that's still in the pond, and the camera is basically level with the mud, and I've got holding it up almost in front of my face. So that's how deep that mud is. 5 foot. Because I'm 5'11". right, guys, well, I'm done for today. Started over there this morning, so all this water was over in here, so I was able to move the water over there. I got it contained right there in those two tanks, if you will. That way I can work around all that. So I have the water's isolated right there, and that one's pretty well isolated down there. But as you can see, I got, like I said, from there all the way down, got those dug out, got all of this dug out, got that dug out. I had put some there. I'm trying to keep it away from on this side, because that's where the inflow comes in. It runs down out of this field. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a slope coming towards the pond. So I'm trying to keep as much stuff over here as I can. And I mean, you can see, I know it doesn't really look like it down here for the most part, but you get to looking at all the mud that I actually brought up today. Like I said, all the way from there, all of that and all of this. I'll go down here in just a minute and show you, but that's freaking tall down there. But so anyway, oh Lord, it's getting there, but I'm gonna be running out of room here before long. Try to get us, you know, all of that needs to go there, all of this here needs to come here. I'll probably try to put some around them high lines around the post there. I'll probably try to take some of that up and around and put it in behind the dam on that side. And I may have to end up by putting more over here too. I'll walk down in here and show you. No, it doesn't look that deep. The frog just jumped in there, didn't he? There's no sense in, I'm down to the bottom here. I had it slicked up a little bit, but then I started going up and down, pushing this. I'm trying to keep all that from sloughing off down in the pond when we get this rain. But I'll work my way over here. I don't know if you can see it very well or not, but the mud is about right here, so it's 5 foot. And that's just around the perimeter here. So there's some places over here it was deeper, but I mean, so like I can see, or like you can see, how deep that is. This is the existing, this slightly under this is the original bottom. I'm probably going to leave this in here because there's a bunch of sandstone I was hitting, and I'm going to leave this the time I smooth all this out and run over it and stuff. It ought to fill all in around all of where those sandstone and stuff are at. I sure don't want to knock a hole in the bottom, but this pond is pretty well filled up to where the water level is. That's how much it's stinking filled up, because the mud was way up here, you know, and I took all of that out. So there's one of them sandstones there. It broke, right over and broke it all up. But each one of those little pits there is 5 to 6 foot deep. The mud is. But like I said, I was able to all this water was all the way there and around the corner. Still see a little bit over there, but I was able to get it all moved over here. and out of the way. Like I said, I can work around this, and when time comes, cut them dams and let it go. So got a couple of observers come over to check stuff out, make sure I'm doing it right. So, well, I'm gonna fuel up and get out of here before all this stinking rain hits. So, I mean, we need the rain, but not on my project. So anyway, guys, I'll have some quite a few photos on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me there, and at DirtDaddy953. And you know, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments. Ring that notification bell and all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll see you in the next day or two.